Hello, I'm Rebecca with Inland Empire Couples Counseling, and in this video I'm going to help give you some structure for how to get yourself unstuck when you find yourself and your partner just kind of spinning your wheels and you keep having the same go nowhere fight. The one where you know how it's going to end before it even starts and somehow you can't stop yourselves from going there. So what I'm going to suggest is that we take whatever that issue is and we're going to break it down into 4 separate conversations to help you listen to each other better and get a little bit unstuck. So the first of these conversations is exploring sides. You're going to take the time to just understand each other's position on whatever the topic or decision is that has you stuck. The principle here is seek first to understand. If you remove the pressure of needing to make a decision right now, you can open up space to be able to just hear and understand each other. So I want you to practice listening for deeper meaning behind why your partner feels the way they do and why they have the stance they have, why this issue is really important to them. You don't have to decide anything right now. You're not going to make any counter arguments. You just really are taking the time to understand how your partner thinks and feels about the situation. That's one conversation. Understand each other well, it's over. At another time, you're going to have a second conversation where you brainstorm solutions. This might be separated by a few minutes or a couple of days if you need to. And what you're going to do is talk about all of the possible ways you could work around this difference or solve the problem that has you stuck. It's important to know that no option is too ridiculous at this point, and I want you to write them all down. And right now, while you're just brainstorming, you're not allowed to rule anything out. So you're just expanding any way that you can think of, no matter how crazy it seems, to get yourselves out of this stuck thing, to come to some kind of agreement to solve this problem. All right, separate conversation. Number 3 is to evaluate the possibilities. So you want to make sure there's a clear distinction between we've thought through everything and now we're moving to evaluate the ideas. And again, I would suggest you take a break, make it really clear. This is conversation 3. Now's the time when you can eliminate some of the options and start to favor others. I want you to watch out here to not have ego about which ideas were yours. Be willing to compromise. If you're focused on winning, you're missing the point. When you win and get your way, then your relationship loses and that hurts you too. So really be honest with yourself about what it would take to make any of these options work, and be generous about the good ideas that your partner put out there. Number 4, decide. When the two of you have narrowed down to 1 to 3 reasonable options, this again, number 4 is a different conversation, clear that you're shifting gears from evaluating to deciding. Okay, so you've narrowed down to 1 to 3 options and you really have to decide which you'll do. So think through what each one of you would need to do and would need from your partner in order to make any of those solutions that you've chosen work. So, okay, if we went this path, what would that require of me? What would I need so that I felt satisfied? What do you need what do you need to do to make this work? And in this place, it can be easy to fall back into feeling like you're adversaries or you're on opposing teams. And I want to encourage you to remember that the person you're making this agreement with is your love. So be generous and be fair to them. Then you're going to thank each other for going through this process. You're going to implement whatever the solution is that you chose, and make sure you plan some time to reevaluate. Did it work the way that we thought that it would? Is it working for both of us? Do we need to go back and try something else? If we thought something would work and you put it into practice and it turns out that it just didn't work or it had consequences you didn't anticipate, that doesn't have to mean that either one of you is that you were lying, that you were being disingenuous. It just is part of the process. We thought this would work and it didn't. And so you go back to the drawing board and reevaluate what needs to be adjusted. Do we need to try one of the other solutions that we put out there? And go through these steps again until you find something that works for you. And if you find, even after you've done this on your own and you still just aren't quite getting where you need to go, or you're finding it hard to be generous and fair because of old hurts, please don't hesitate to reach out to a relationship therapist or expert so that we can help you out. If you would like to see if we would be a good fit for working with us, you can book a free phone consultation at iecouplescounseling.com. You can follow us on social media, on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram at Rebecca Relationship Expert. And if we're not the right fit for you, we'll do our best to connect you with someone who can help you out.